Well, when it first happened, someone would point it out to me and go, "Oh, look, there's one of your boards," and I'd be like, "Oh," and even my heart would go up a beat, you know. So this is the entrance. A friend of mine who's in real estate found me this place, and it was a bit of a mess out here at first, but then we've evolved the garden, which I think is nice. It's a nice entrance, and then we'll go inside and have a look at what's in there. And this room here is designed for sanding surfboards. The rack heights, the way the racks are, these are movable for the different height of the operator. You know, we're using these sanders. We use high-end equipment. These are Italian machines. Best quality, does the best work. This is where we just grind it out, get it smooth. So this is the paint room. In here we paint all the new boards, but also we do some repair painting. Like there's a McTavish up there that we're going to paint the rail on soon. You can see the splashes of colour everywhere, like all the testing, like this lump on the wall is just from testing your colours here. But with my style of painting, I use a lot of big brushes like these, 1-inch brushes, small brushes, but most of the work's by hand. These sort of washy colours I do a lot of, and you can see how it's running there, which is indicative of the texture of the paint, like it's really thin. So when we're painting it, or when I'm painting it on the boards, it sort of goes everywhere. It's really loose. It's a loose style of painting. I like it. I like watercolours too. So there's sort of a bit of a, what do you call it, cross-reference or an inspiration that comes from watercolour. And when we're painting on the foam, the paint behaves a lot like watercolour paper. If you get the paint to a similar consistency, it actually moves on the foam just like watercolour paper. We can be really experimental because we only have a small audience, you know, and it's more one-to-one. I think it's better that I know a lot of my customers, you know, and I give them the opportunity to get to know me, so it's a personal thing with everyone we work with. Most of the time I put it out there as what I like, or there's a little bit of a forum that goes on in here and we'll put out what we like, say, and I'm fortunate to find that it's well received. Mathematics and logic and equations, but there's also a big part of it, it's about knowing and feeling what's right. So I think a good combination, like obviously you can't not use a ruler and you can't not use a pencil, but you use a good combination of those things, and I think that makes it work.
Or if you look at one of the foam blocks in the other room, to get something that looks like this out of something that looks like that, it's like sculpting, you know, or something like that anyway.